Hey everybody, it's Mr. Mathew here. I have a short little video on how to register to vote online. Many of you are eligible to vote in this election coming up, but this video might also be useful for any family, friends, neighbors who also need to register to vote. This information applies to anybody living in Illinois who wants to register to vote. All right. So one thing that's helpful to know about is, what's on the ballot? What would I be voting on in this election? So obviously there's the election for president of the United States, but there's also an election for one of Illinois' Senate seats. If you live near Sullivan, you will be voting on your representative in the U.S. House of Representatives. You would also be voting for your Illinois state senator, also your representative in the Illinois House of Representatives. And something that could affect all of us is a potential change to the income tax structure for Illinois. You can talk to me, you can talk to other teachers for details about this, because it is important to know about these things you're voting on, right? And so part of that means educating yourself about it, but you have people around you who will help you get educated if you need that kind of help, all right? So that's what's on the ballot. Next question, am I even eligible to vote? Maybe. You have to meet 3 criteria. You have to be a United States citizen. You have to be 18 years old by the day of the election, which this year is November 3rd, 2020. So, your birthday could be on November 3rd and you turn 18 on November 3rd. You're good. You can vote in the election, right? You also have to have lived at your current address since October 3rd. And the rules say that you have to have lived there for 30 days before election day, all right? So you can't have moved between October 3rd and November 3rd to a new address, all right? So let's say you're eligible. If you're going to register online, you need to provide some information. So this is the information they'll ask you as you go through the website, right? You'll need the last 4 digits of your social security number, or you can provide your driver's license number or your state ID number. You don't need both. You can either just provide the last 4 of your social security number, or you could provide the numbers of your driver's license or state ID, okay? You'll need your name. That should be easy. You'll need your date of birth. You'll need your current address, including the zip code. You'll need your email address. And if your name has ever been changed on government documents, you'll need to provide your previous name, all right? So that's what you need. Once you have what you need, it's pretty simple. You go to this website that I'm showing you on the screen. That is the website for the Illinois State Board of Elections. So you would put this web address into your browser, click enter, and then it'll take you to the website. It looks like this. So I'm going to walk you through just the first few steps of what this looks like, so you'll get a sense of it before you do it. I can't go too far because then I have to start putting in my personal information, and I'm not trying to put out my personal information in this video, all right? So this is the website. This is what it'll look like, and it has the disclaimers, saying, do you meet the requirements? You have to meet these requirements in order to do this. And then you click down here. It says start the online voter registration application at the bottom, all right? Click there. And then the first question is, do you have a valid Illinois driver's license or state ID? You don't have to. You can provide your social security number, right? So I'm just going to click no. If you do have a driver's license or state ID, click yes. You can also click no, and then they'll ask you for your social security, at least the last 4, on a future page here, right? So I click no, then I click next. And then it brings me to the citizenship question. Are you a citizen of the United States? You're going to be clicking yes, because if you're not, you shouldn't be doing this anyway, all right? Because you could potentially get in trouble if you're not the right age or if you're not a citizen and you try to register to vote. All right, so I click next. And the next question says, will you be 17 years old on or before? It's kind of a long question. It's basically asking, will you be 18 by election day, November 3rd? And you're going to click yes, because you will be 18 if you're watching this video, all right? So you click next. And now it asks you, what do you want to accomplish, right? Like, why are you on this website? You have some options. If you're a first-time voter, if you've never voted before, you're going to want to choose this first option, register to vote as a new voter, okay? If you have registered in the past, but you've moved. Anytime you move, you have to let them know your new address. So you're going to need to choose a second option, change your current registration address. All right, but I'm going to go with the first one, pretending like I'm a brand new voter. So once I click next, it's going to take you through, you can see the little, the steps right here on this side. It's going to take you through here. And on each of these pages, it's going to ask for some of that information that I listed before. I can't go any further because I don't want to start putting all my information and putting out on the internet for the whole world to see. But it'll go through personal info, your address, your email. It'll ask where you live, election jurisdiction, and you're probably gonna. And I think it says like City of Chicago or Cook County, something like that, because that's the county we live in. It'll ask for your mailing address, previous name, previous address if you've moved. The ID check is when it will come back and ask for the last four of your social or your driver's license or state ID number. Down here, so it says vote by mail ballot. This is something you should really think about, right? With COVID-19, a good option if you want to stay home is voting by mail, right? So the way it'll work, once you register, you will get your ballot in the mail, and you will go through, you will use a pen or a marker or whatever, you'll follow their directions, right? Check off, make your choices. They'll give you an envelope to put it in, and then you put it in the mail. And that way you don't have to go to a polling place, which is not a bad thing, right? But, if you go to a polling place, that means you're going to be out, you're going to be touching the voting machines that other people are using. And if you have health concerns or if you're worried about family members that have health concerns, you just want to stay safe, then voting by mail is a really good option. So I would encourage you to do that. Obviously, you can go vote in person if you want, all right? But that's the last one. Then the summary, last step, and then you're done. You'll receive something in the mail, hopefully in a couple weeks, letting you know that your registration was successful. And then you'll be all set. You'll be ready to vote, all right? So hope you found this video helpful. Again, reach out to me or other teachers if you need any help navigating this, all right? Peace.